Okay. Okay, good evening, Tato, ladies and gentlemen, John, Leslie, and everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming. So, like Tato say, I'm an accountant, but I'm a photographer. So I love nature, so I photograph from birds to spiders. So this is my presentation on the spiders of Borneo. Once, you see, before I got into photographing birds, I didn't know there are so many. And I learned so much after I photographed birds. The same thing happened with spiders. Once I started photographing spiders, then I learned so much about spiders. So, okay, let's start. Oh, too fast. Okay, so this, I think this spider is very common in Mount Kinabalu area. I think you always see them. This, okay, what are spiders? Okay, let's start from the class Arachnida, order Arachnidae, comprises animals with 4 pairs of legs, fewer in some mites, no antennae, no wings, and 2 body regions. Instead of the common insects which have 3, so this has 2. So our common Arachnida includes spiders, scorpion, harvestmen, whip spiders, ticks, and mites. So spiders are unique in that they have spinnerets that produce silk, situated usually near the hind end of the abdomen. Usually, not always. So we can see later why it is usually. So we can find spiders almost everywhere. Inside your home, on the wall of your house, garage, other man-made structures, garden, field, orchard, low shrub, tree trunks, forest canopy, as well as forest floor, and so on and so forth. So they are everywhere, but they are usually very tiny, very small, and inconspicuous. If it is a big spider running around, you notice it. But a small one, normally we don't notice, unless you pay attention and look closer into details. There are many common and distinctive species of spiders here that we are able to identify and attach a name to. Once you see them, we know, oh, these are Hectopoda something, you know. Some, but like I say, only for those very distinctive and common species, then we can attach a name. And most of them we see, we know it is a spider, but we cannot positively attach a name to identify. So now let me go into the classification of spiders by appearance. Normally we classify them by appearance first, because they are very small. So when you look at it, we try to classify it in what family, in what genus. So spiders may be classified to family and occasionally to genus for some common and distinct spiders, maybe to species. So we look at the combination of leg length, the leg position, leg formula, eyes position, size, arrangement, etc. So I'll go into some brief outline of this one later. Shape and length of the cephalothorax. Cephalothorax is the front part of the spiders, and the abdomen. Abdomen is the hind part, is also called, I think the name is somewhere, it's quite long. So other body features like whether they are hairs, spines, the colors, the patterns, and the marks or the spots on the legs, carapace, and abdomen. Now, here is a catch. For proper identification of a spider to species, examination of its genitalia under a microscope is often required. So for scientific purposes, to positively identify a spider, normally you have to look at their reproductive organs. So these are caught from the book by Singapore expert, Joseph Koh. So one must avoid identifying spiders based on photos alone. This process may be acceptable for common and very distinctive species, but is completely unreliable for most. Many species of tarantulas, they are Theraphoidae, may appear morphologically indistinguishable. Yes, they actually look the same, but are distinct when their genitalia are examined. The same can be said about huntsman spiders, or Parasidae, wandering spiders, Ctenidae, and wolf spiders, Lycosidae. Some species of orb weavers, Arachnidae and crab spiders, exhibit marked intraspecific color variation. So it could be the same species, but they look entirely different. Different color, different pattern. Some members of both families may also display sexual dimorphism, where the males and females look quite unlike each other in size, color, and overall appearance. So the male and female can look very, very different. So now we are mindful of the pitfalls. Let me walk through some spiders' identification basics, as well as featuring some beautiful and interesting spiders you can find here. Okay, we go to the basic spider structures. So the first part, top part, the prosoma, cephalothorax, the opistosoma, the abdomen at the back. Then front part of the head, we have the pulp. Okay, the pulp is very important. It's one of the sexual organs in the male that we use to identify a spider to species. So the cephalothorax is the head and the thorax of the spider fused into one unsegmented unit. So they only have two body regions instead of three. Now, okay, this is the bottom ventral part of the spiders. So the cephalothorax carries the eye, chelicerae are the fangs, associated mouth parts, pedipalp is the front part, and the 4 pairs of limbs. Okay, now leg arrangement. So how do we do leg arrangement and formula? So the manner in which the legs join the cephalothorax, whether laterally, that means with legs directed to the side like a crab, or prograde, with legs 1 and 2 in front, legs 3 and 4 facing backwards. And the length of each pair of leg, leg formula. So one, in this case, is 1, 4, 2, 3, means the first pair is the longest, the fourth is the second longest, number 2 is the third, and 3 is the shortest. So different species, different genus, they have different leg formula. This is lateral grade. You see that the leg spread outwards instead of front and back. So this is a Hectopoda, Sparacidae. Now we come to eyes arrangement. Now, spiders have simple eyes, not like insects, they don't have compound eyes. And their relative sizes and variable arrangement are used in spider classification. Usually the eyes are considered to form 2 rows, front row and the back row. The front row is called anterior eye row, the back row is posterior eye. So the front medium eye is called AME, anterior median, posterior median, posterior lateral, anterior lateral. So all this will be significant when you actually look at the spiders. Mind you, the spiders are very small. You have to determine the eyes. You might have to take photograph and enlarge it. Or you catch a spider as a specimen and then you look at it under magnifying glass. Okay, this is a Theraphosidae, a tarantula species. You look at the eyes, you see the eyes, they are on a turret. They're in a cluster. In a cluster, so this is a typical tarantula eyes arrangement. Now, this is another family. This is Oxyopidae, link spider. Link spider, now you see the front eye. Do I have a pointer here or something? So the anterior eye, anterior median, the front 2 smaller one is the anterior median eyes, the smallest, and then posterior and the front one, they form into a hexagon shape. So this is the Oxyopidae signature. This is a lynx, wolf spider, Lycosidae. Anterior median, anterior eye row is a straight line. Smaller, posterior eyes are all big. This is Phocidae, they long leg spiders. You see they are in a cluster of 3 on the side. And in the middle 2, you see the anterior median eyes, which are very small. And in some species of this family, the front anterior median eyes are very, very small. Some of them are not functional. So next we have Hectopoda, Sparacidae, the 2 row. And then for some genus in this family, the median eyes are bigger than the lateral eyes. But in this particular Hectopoda, the lateral eyes are larger. This is the largest species, largest family in the world. thesabahsociety, jumping spiders. So this is very common, you can see in your house or here and there. So when the eyes are arranged in this way, these are the jumping spiders. This is a crab spider, Thomisidae. Okay, 2-eye row, 8 eyes. Okay, we have finished with the eye now. We see whether how to determine is a male or female. Okay, this is a male. We look at the pup. You know the pup, the front pup. There is the front pup. Oh, you have this. Oh, this one. Okay, there's the pup here. So only the male spider have this pup. Female spider don't have. So next, look at that. Okay, this is a male, definitely a male, like a boxing glove. This is another male. This is a jumping spider here. Okay. This is another male of the Octopidae male. This is another male of crab spider, Thomisidae. But this is different, you see, different from the others. This is a male. Okay, this female. Very plain, just like another limb. This Castarakanda. This is another female, eyeless jumping spider. This is another female. You see, very plain pup. Okay, now I show you some spiders come in various shape. Here are a few of them. Now, Aranidae, thrush-flying spider, carnivora, very common in the forest. You see the very short legs, very small cephalothorax, long abdomen. Okay, this one, another Aranidae, very short legs, abdomen shaped like a witch head. Gandalf head. Okay, this is another one. This is a Clapanidae, sex spiders. This is a male, you see, you can see a male. You see the eye, it's different eye arrangement, and this has long legs. So I think this has number 2 leg the longest, I think. I'm not sure. 2, 4, 1, 3 or something. So leg formula they use to classify spiders. This is another one, Pterinidae. Tiny spider with the abdomen looks like a spinning top. This one, Aranidae. This abdomen looks like a snail. When you look at it, it looks exactly like a snail. Okay, this one. 3-trunk spider, two-tailed spider. Two-tailed spider, we can see two-tail and then very, very long legs. Very, very long. So camouflage very well on the tree trunk. Okay, this is another one. This the cephalothorax, this opistosoma, the abdomen. You see, so many times longer. This one. Common in the forest also, Makrakanda. So like a horn spider. Usually you will see the red version. This is a white one. This is another Pterididae. This one has very long legs. So this one has humps on the body. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one is the boomerang. Very long legs, and the abdomen is quite peculiarly shaped. And this is spinnerets. It is not at the hind end of the opistosoma. It's here, somewhere in the middle. So it's different. This is another spider. This is a leg. This is a leg. This is a head. This is an eye. This is the other legs. So this one will look exactly like a twig, a small twig, Uloboridae. Okay, this one is scorpion tail spider. Very short leg as well. The tail end looks like a scorpion. So if you look at it from a different angle, the tail is curved up. Okay, this is another Castarakanda, spiny spiders. This is the head. Spirothorax, and then this the abdomen. They have two horns here. Okay, this is another one. This is called long jaw obweaver. You see the jaw is very long. The jaw is the chelicerae, very long, and then it has a long abdomen also. Okay, this is a tarantula. Theraphosidae. So this is a big one. I think I've seen this is the biggest spider I've seen. Tarantula. Okay? Now, here are a few common spiders that you can find in your house. I don't know whether you have seen them. You might have seen them. The two plexippus are jumping spiders. They feed primarily on houseflies and mosquitoes. They can be seen jumping about on your floor or on your wall. You see whether you have seen them. Okay, this one. Plexippus peculi, pinnular jumping. Okay? In the house, are very common in the house. The house, yes. This is a female. This is another one, Plexippus petersi. This one is very similar to the one in front, but only the head part here entirely dark for the peculi. So there is a white shape here. And this is a female, also very similar to the earlier species, the peculi, but this is not, it is slightly smaller than the other female. Well, then, okay. This one, I think most of you have seen this. Crossoprisa lyoni. Common house spider, which is also called common house daisy long legs. You can find them in neglected corners of your house. I don't know whether it's here, whether you can see here. Sometimes you can see them in corners above you when you're walking up a staircase. When I show you this, you know what it is. There. When you walk up a staircase, look at the corner. Oh yeah, you have some spider web there. You can see this. These are very common. This is an enlarged version. A few interesting spiders. Okay, this one. What do you see? Bird dropping. Okay, so it's a very successful bird dropping. We have that insect here. It trapped some insect in here. But this is a crab spider, Thomisidae. So it mimics bird droppings, and they managed to catch very good harvest, I suppose, there. So this is the enlarged spiders. The head, this is the leg. So all this white stuff here is done by the spiders, you know. The spider actually do all this to trap all the insects. Okay, you see anything there? No? Ada? Ada? Ini? Ada? You see? Okay, so if I enlarge this one, it is this one. Wrap around spiders. Okay? Ini beetle, bukan ladybird. No, these are not the eyes. Don't be mistaken. These are not the eyes. So the eyes are here. This cephalothorax is a prosoma. You don't see because the opistosoma cover the cephalothorax. Apa ni? This one? Semut ini? Semut lah? Okay, never mind. I enlarge and show you. Okay, this is a semut. Poliaches, possibly, I don't know what species it is. So this is the end. And this is a spider. They look quite the same, quite same, but not exactly the same, quite the same. So, in fact, I think it is. When you are in the forest, you jalan-jalan, you see this spider. You won't think it's a spider. You say, oh, this is semut. Okay, now, this one, another one. Mangosatto spider. Okay, they look almost the same. So when I enlarge it, this is semut armata. Okay, now this one. This is spider. You see, spiders don't have an antenna, but they will mimic the first limb to look like the antenna. So this particular species, I think, is quite advanced in a way. You see, you can see the head. You can see a constriction here, you know. And then you have a wider, it looks like the end, head, thorax. You know, but normally, for the earlier one, you don't see, you see one hole. So this is described in 2017 from a specimen taken from Lambil Hill National Park, Sarawak. So this description was done by, I think, Yamashita and Ahmad. Okay, now, this one. The name is very interesting. Lukagi, I think they support this one, Lukagi. Lukagi Sabahan. Okay, now, beautiful spider. This is side view. This is ventral view. Now, this from the Tetratachnidii family was described from a female specimen collected from Poring Hot Spring, Nature Reserve, Sabah, 2015. And I think Chun was part of the paper for these particular spiders. So Chun is not here. Oh, so he was involved in publication of this paper. Okay, this is another one. Hectropoda, sorry. I don't know how to pronounce that one. DT or TT. 2024, this is a very recent paper. So the Hectropoda with lateral great legs and very, sorry. So this is the female. You look at the abdomen. The abdomen is very abdomen. This one is the male abdomen. Okay, this is a male. You see the pup is different. This is a male pup of the Hectropoda. This is a female pup. You see, female pup always very plain. So this beautiful looking spider with hairy legs and peculiar looking opistosoma from the Sparacidae was described from a female specimen collected from trails around Tanum Valley Field Center, 2013. And the scientists who described this one never had a male. So, in fact, Joseph saw my male photograph, asked me to show to what. So they only described from the female. He thought, oh, this must be the male. In fact, it is a male because they were two together in the same lift. So what you have seen is only a tiny fraction of spiders that we can find here. There are plenty, many more out there. So, okay, before we go, here are some microscopic images of the spider genitalia, which serve as a distinctive feature for spider species level identification. So, once you look at this, you know how difficult it is. Okay. This is the male pedipalp of Plexippus petersi. You saw the petersi just now I show you? Tiny spider, 4 mm, 5 mm. So this is the pulp, the head pulp, enlarge, magnify, and then they use this to determine the species. This petersi, okay, this is another jumping spider, Helamonia. So it's different now. You see the species are different. They look different. This is the epigyn, the female reproductive organ. This is also a jumping spider. This is another epigyn, jumping spider. So these are Hylas species. Okay. That's it. Thank you. I hope you are entertained.